I'm not dreaming big enough again. I can remember going to one of his seminars and listening to him about, why not? Why not make $1 million in a year? Why not make $1 million in a day? Why not dream bigger than you think you can? And it's helped me so much. And so, not only has he sold over 4 million books, okay? He's authored a number of books. 4 have been New York Times bestsellers. 2 hit number one. Number one. 2 of his books hit number 1 on the New York Times bestseller list. Folks, this is no ordinary individual, but this is an individual who has committed himself to ARIIX and helping you achieve your greatness. Let's watch this introduction and let's give him a huge ARIIX welcome.
The #1 New York Times best-selling author of some of the most influential financial books of all time, including Creating Wealth, Nothing Down, Multiple Streams of Income, and he is a co-author of The 1 Minute Millionaire, The Enlightened Way to Wealth with Mark Victor Hansen of Chicken Soup for the Soul fame. Combined, these books have sold in the millions and have been translated into a dozen languages. In the past 35 years, his wealth creation seminars, trainings, and coaching programs have been taught worldwide to hundreds of thousands of graduates who have generated billions of dollars in net profits and have contributed tens of millions of dollars to charity. Today, there are thousands of millionaires who attribute their success to Mr. Allen's systems and strategies. For this reason, the prestigious National Speakers Association has named him one of America's top millionaire makers. He is a popular television and radio guest, appearing on hundreds of radio and television programs, including Good Morning America, Merv Griffin, Regis Philbin, Neil Cavuto, and Larry King. He has been featured in the Wall Street Journal, the Los Angeles Times, the Washington Post, Newsweek, Barron's, Money Magazine, Redbook, People Magazine, and the Reader's Digest. He is a renowned international public speaker on the subject of multiple streams of income. In major speeches all over the world, from London to Tokyo to South Africa to Singapore, on programs with the likes of Oprah, Donald Trump, Anthony Robbins, Robert Kiyosaki, Sir Richard Branson, and Prime Minister Tony Blair. Robert has proudly declared that one of his favorite streams of income is earned through the avenue of network marketing. He became aware of the power of network marketing 20 years ago when, against his advice, his wife Daryl joined a new network marketing company. It wasn't long, however, before Robert realized that this was one of the best financial decisions of their life. In the next few years, with his support, she rose to become the #10 income earner in the entire company, with 19 of the top 25 income earners in her downline. Robert is an unabashed fan. He says, "I love network marketing. When done right, there is no more enlightened marketing method in the world. It provides a powerful way to unleash the human potential as people share products that strengthen and enliven the human mind and body." When approached in 2011 to align with a new startup called ARIIX, he and his wife gave an enthusiastic thumbs up. On the home front, Robert and Daryl just celebrated 37 years of marriage and are the proud parents of 3. Ladies and gentlemen, best-selling author, Robert G. Allen.
Thank you. What a company we have here. ARIIX. So excited to be here. We are coming to the close, to the exclamation point of this ARIIX convention. Can you imagine yourself up here next year? How many of you can imagine yourself up here next year? Receiving a bigger and bigger award. Presidents, CEOs, chairmen and chairwomen. That's what we're here to do, ladies and gentlemen. We're so excited to kind of close this off with this exclamation point. And we have actually one other piece right after this I think you're all going to love. But this is an exclamation point to your life. This day is the day you begin the life you've always wanted to live. Today is that day. So I want you to mark it down. What is today? June the what? 17th, 2014. On that day, you finished the convention and you went back home to do the work that's required. Now, here we are deciding whether you're going to make yourself an exclamation point or a question mark. Because some of you will leave here today as in question mark mode. You're not quite sure how you're going to put it all together. And yet most of you are in exclamation point mode. You know, you're excited. You heard all these announcements of all these exclamation points of all the things that we've been talking about here. And it's an exclamation point weekend. And yet we get to go back home. And when we go back home, it's going to be maybe a slightly different world. Here we've been excited and we've been sitting amongst other people that are exclamation. Look at the exclamation points next to you. Just say, that's an exclamation point. Right next, point to be right next to you. There's an exclamation. There. Yeah, there's, oh, yeah. But we're all excited. We're all can hardly wait to apply what we've learned here today. But like I said, some of you are going to use this event as the launching pad to your future life. It always happens at a convention. I mean, we come as question marks, and we go, I wonder what they've got. They've got some new stuff maybe, and then we come here and we just get to be the exclamation point stage, right? And I've had so many hundreds of people come up to me in my experience in network marketing over the last 20 years, and they'll come up and say, it was the convention that did it. Yeah, it was the convention. Well, how many of you found that the convention has done it for you? Raise your hands. The convention has done it for you. And you get to now go back and prove it. Because there's only going to be the presidents, the chairmen, and the chairwomen that come across the stage next year. Same hotel. Right here. You get to decide what rank you want to achieve, right? Because some of you are going to actually go and you're going to explode your businesses. Just explode them. And just go right through the roof. And some of you are going to go right back to your normal life of belonging to the best company in the world. But you don't want to just belong to this company. You want to make this company. You go back home and there'll be all kinds of different directions and things that you could go, and opportunities will be dropped into your lap. And it'll cause you to be diverted. It'll cause you to, to have some of your energy dissipated here and there. And yet a few of you, you're going to explode. And a few of you are not. I mean, is this not true? This is true. So that's what I want to do, is I want to talk the truth here. I just want you to decide what you're going to be. A question mark or an exclamation point. Because it's really kind of boils down to that. If you're going to be a question mark, then you go back home and people question what went on, and all the world will come at you, and you get to decide how you respond to what the world is talking to you. You get to decide whether you are an exclamation point or whether you're a question mark.
It's for your arms around.
Just go down here and show the question mark off. That's great.
Right from where you from?
Don't look at that. A lot of this has got to come off. So,
Yeah, that's right.
just a question mark, Or you just decide that you are just not going to allow these questions to bug you, and some of the fears that hold us back, you know, the word fears spells the word fears. There's fears of failure. It spells F-E-A-R-S. There's a fear of embarrassment. Like when you talk to somebody and they go, you just came back from one of those network marketing conventions, did you? And how are you going to respond? You can respond like a question mark. You can go, well, it was yes, I was at one of those network marketing conventions. And yeah, I'm in one of those, yeah. I really am, yeah. As a matter of fact, I was. It was probably not for you. We were looking for the people who want to change the world.
That's right.
And we're looking for the right kind of person. As an exclamation point. As the best of the best, right? Or you can be a question mark, you can be doubtful. Or you can be decisive.
Yeah.
You can decide that it was today that you changed your life. This was the day you made this change that made the future brighter and better. Or you can be fearful. You can have the life of a fearful person.
No.
And the fearful person's life isn't fun. They're always wondering what's going to happen instead of making something magnificent happen. Instead of being faithful, meaning having faith, you're still not quite sure how, but you just have faith enough that you'll make it happen the way you want to make it, right? People with question marks, they're hesitant, like, yeah, I'm not quite sure. Yeah.
Not us.
But if you're an exclamation point, what are you? You're hopeful.
Yeah.
You know you're going to make it work. Somehow or other, it's going to happen. You might, you know, people with question marks are kind of negative. They see all the bad stuff, and they're expecting it, but those of us who are exclamation points are positive. We make it happen. We do whatever we need to do. We're not skeptical. We're secure in our own ability to make it happen. So in this audience, some of you are going to leave as exclamation points and stick and be back here on this stage, standing as an exclamation point, saying, this is the world I made for me. And a few of you, only a few, you won't be back here next year. The world will get you. It's sad. Don't let that be you. Just don't, right? You get to choose. You get to decide. Somebody said, I was going to the restroom just a few minutes ago, and they said, pump us up, Bob!
Oh my God.
Well, this is what happens at a convention. But this will fade real soon. It'll fade on the airline flight back home. And the pumping will be gone. And there'll be just you. And your decision to be an exclamation point. I won't be there to pump you up. No one will be there. It'll just be you. And your decision that you make a difference. Starting with you. You made that decision. Who pumps whom up? Motivation doesn't work. It fades real fast. What works is your decision to make whatever needs to be done happen, right? Now, like I said, you can be a question mark, and we don't want you to do that. We want you to take the question mark attitudes and little by little to gain that strength and courage and decision where you now become the person you were meant to be. Where they'll look at you and they'll go, there's something different about you. What happened to you there? And you go, I don't know. I just made a decision. And they'll go, really, what was it? You say, well, if you have some time, maybe we'll talk about it. How about you? Tell me about how you're doing. leave them a little curious. You're an exclamation point. You never beg anyone to join your business. Come on, you owe me, you owe me. We've been friends for years. Come on, I need somebody to sign up this. You never beg. An exclamation point never begs.
True.
You attract. People want to be with you because of who you are becoming.
Right.
That's something different about her. Yeah, she's just matured somehow where I want to be with her. I want to be with him. That's what an exclamation point is like. That's what you do. That's how you become that way. Now, how do you get that way if you ever get off track and your question mark is starting to come back? What are you going to do? Well, all exclamation points have a spot at the bottom, right? A period down there. You know, where you step into that spot. You step into it. You remember some things, right? You step into that confident circle that all of us have. You have one. You step into that circle. And what do you do when you're in there? Well, I want you to remember some times when you were awesome. You were amazing. You have succeeded at some things that were really quite amazing. So remember some of those things. Put that into your circle. And then remember some things from your future. So future and past you put inside this circle. Now, the past, by the time you leave here, this will be your past. Tomorrow, this will be a memory. You'll only be able to remember what you remember or what you choose to remember. And as you remember this moment, here at this weekend, you pull in all the things. You just remember Jeff talking about how secure financially this company is. You remember Fred and Mark and all the leaders, Jan and everybody else talking about the incredible products we have. You remember seeing the leaders up here. I don't know what motivated you. I don't know what caused you to go, whoa, about this event. Whatever it was, remember that and put that into your spot. And with the future so bright, what, 5 years from now? A founder. We met some founders here. You wouldn't want to be in that group, would you? Anybody want to be in that group?
Oh, yeah!
You want to be in that group. 5 years from now, maybe soon. You bring that memory from the future. You bring it into today. You step in that spot. You take a deep breath of it. And you say, wow, I've won in my life, and in the future I'm going to win bigger. And you bring that to now. And you take a deep breath of that. And just notice how you stand when you do. In fact, everybody stand up right now. Put your books on your seat. Everybody stand up. Let's do it. Because you need to remember what we learned here so that if you ever begin to forget or doubt, you'll remember what actually happened here, right? So down at your feet there's this little spot, this little circle. What color is yours? Make up a color. What is your favorite color? Orange. Pretend whatever color it is a power spot for you, right? And so you're going to see it there. And in a moment I'm going to ask you to move forward into it, just a couple of inches. And as you step inside it, I want you to remember something awesome you've done in your life. And remember that, how it felt like. Because you are a winner. If you're in this room, you qualify as a winner. You have won, and you're going to win some more. Now, in the future, winning some more, I want you to remember what it's going to be like is you're coming up on the stage. Fred and Mark are showing this big presentation of you, all the leaders. And there's you, like Steve. We just watched Steve Schwartz, right? And he's showing these pictures of this humble guy that's a founder of a major company. Your video is going to play up on that screen. Well, not all of you. Because there's some question marks in this room still. Some people that are going, why did we come to this thing? But there's some exclamation points in here too. So, get ready to step in. So when you do, you'll step in, not quite yet, I'll count you in. You'll go, you step in, you go out in the future and you go, that's my video playing up there. Watch that. You go, and I won in the past because I've proven that I can do some things too. You pull those memories into now, into the future and the past, bring it into now, and you're going to take a deep breath of now, and you're going to go, yeah, and you're going to stand tall. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel stronger. You're going to feel more like an exclamation point instead of a... Which do you want to be? Duh. Okay, get ready? Yeah. Okay. I'll count to 3, you'll step inside, and you're just going to take a moment of silence, about 30 seconds. You pull in the past, pull in the future and the past, you bring it in, and you take a deep breath of it, and just feel it. Feel what it feels like to win now. Get ready? 1, 2, 3. Step in there, take a deep breath. Remember the future, remember the past. Stand like you'd stand if you were certain, confident, decisive, successful, hopeful, positive. Throw your shoulders back a little, your head a little bit higher, your back a little straighter. Deep breath in. Life is good. Life is good. Now, while you're in that state, I want you to turn to the people all around you and shake the hands of the future partners, the future founders of ARIIX. Everybody right? Turn the hands, shake hands, everybody around you. Shake hands. Future founders. Shake those hands. Future founders. Yeah.
There is a future.
Oh, good. I hope so.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give them a high five. All right.
I know you.
Okay, you can have a seat. Have a seat, everyone. As you look into the future, when we get back home, it's a questionable world. There are all kinds of challenges going on. And yet we are focused, so focused, down at the very end of the line of question marks. We focus on our goal. We decide that's what we want. No one diverts us with a question, or a doubt, or a worry, or a fear, or an anxiety. Because when you ever get diverted into doubt, what do you get diverted into? Diversion by doubt gets you into nothing, nowhere, ever. Doubt is a killer. Doubt doesn't work. You think, that's what I want. That's where I'm going. This is why I'm going there. This is who I want to go with. This is who I want to be there when I get there. This is my future. Watch me. And then move, right? That's what we do. That's what movers do. Now, you take your goal, you're at the very end of all those question marks, you can see it out in the future, can't you? There it is, that's where we're going. In fact, actually, I want you to take your pen and draw an exclamation point on your thumb right now. Everybody take your pen out and draw an exclamation point on your thumb. Come on, do it right now. Draw an exclamation point on your thumb. People ask you where you're going, you're going to go right here. That's where I'm going, right there.
You're so dumb.
You're going to have a lot of question marks when you get back home. You're going to talk to a lot of people who have question marks. And who do you need to be? Who are you? The exclamation point. The one who wins. And what happens to exclamation points out of this room? Literally, there will be people who come on this stage, literally, 1 year from today, and will say that it was this day, as we ended 2014's convention, where you made a decision that you wanted that to happen, and you made it happen because you served your way to happen, to make it happen. You gave your way. You were a servant, like the #1 income earner in ARIIX. Was that an amazing story or what?
Yes.
Amazing story. I mean, if she can do it, there's not anyone in this room who can. You just do whatever it takes, right? Now in chess, when you notate a move in chess, like the king moves to this spot on the chessboard and takes that particular pawn, whatever, they notate it. And they give the way they describe it in the shorthand language is that a question mark after a chess move, if it's a good move, it's 1 exclamation point. What is it if it's 2 exclamation points? If it's 2 exclamation points, it's a brilliant move. And that's exactly what we want to make happen here. You know, it's the kind of company we belong to. Do you happen to notice anything in this name? It's a brilliant move! You're never going to look at this word again the same, are you? No. You're going to say, oh, there's a couple of things hidden in there. Yeah. You know, and matter of fact, we have some other products, I think. This is a company of exclamation points. Do we have another one? It's a small company. It really doesn't mean much in the scheme of things yet. This is an exclamation point that is starting to grow and grow and grow. We grow it. We do it. We make it happen. It's exclamation points. Standing in our circles of confidence. We decide that ARIIX is $1 billion a year company. We decide that. It's not Mark and Fred. They've already made that decision. That's why they attracted us. Because they knew that we would have to do it. We. You, me. Right. And all the exclamation points you see here. It's our responsibility. That's what we do. Right? Another one here? Every product we have is an exclamation point product. It's just the best of the best. Well, I want you to be a brilliant move. You know, you don't just have one thumb. You have 2 thumbs. Somebody says, what company you involved in? You go, this one. That's your neighbor right now. What company are you in? We're in this one. We're in this one. The exclamation point company. This is the one we belong to. Yeah. The one with the double eyes in there. Because that's how we set ourselves apart. My friends, it's such an honor to be able to chat with you today. We have so many great leaders in this company. They all stood here, and every one of them did slightly different. Some of you were incredibly moved by a certain individual that was up here on the stage. That's why there's so many. You get to choose the one that helps you achieve that attitude that you need. But the doors are going to open here in about an hour. The world is going to come back to you. You're going to walk back into the world. It's going to attack you 24 hours a day. What does an exclamation point say to that? If you're standing in your circle, what does it matter what they say? This shield is around you. You remember being here. You remember the future and what you're going to make happen. You remember the times in the past when you've been a winner. You're going to prove you're a winner again. Bring it on. Tell me how you don't think I'm smart for joining a company that's just going to change the world. Watching 5,000 pounds of weight loss standing on this stage, I was afraid it was going to collapse. This is the company we belong to, ladies and gentlemen. This is ARIIX. 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 Woo! It's in your hands.